Hey Astro Kids, and welcome back. This is your Daily Tarotscope for December 26, 2019. And we have made it. We are coming out of this experience of entering this new moon solar eclipse in Capricorn. So we are on a new lunar cycle currently. This is going to hold out until this big Cancer lunar eclipse that we will see in January. So we are in a brand new cycle now, starting to lead us towards destiny, towards home, towards connection, through our work, through what we're willing to put into our life, what is our worth, what is our values, and how much time and effort are we willing to put into our dream, into our goals, into where we are headed, into this new destined space. And we are sort of closing out the end of the year now, as there's only a few more transits left of December now. Tomorrow, we are going to have a big Sun-Jupiter conjunction. Jupiter just coming off the effects of being on this new moon solar eclipse in Capricorn, where Jupiter was activating this new energy of stepping into something new that is unknown, this radical change and shift, moving into this Capricorn space where we've seen this whole buildup now. We have this huge stacked stellium in Capricorn, and now as Jupiter comes into this big conjunction with the Sun, we get our consciousness, our beliefs, our higher understanding all coming into alignment together. So this is a very magical time. Of course, the Sun and Jupiter have crossed the galactic center already, so it is this galactic activation as they're coming together, and it is giving us the conscious awareness and the vision and the dreams and the hopes to go higher and to strive to be something better, to reach a new height in our life. So this is a super intense path that we are on now, leading us into destiny. If you are willing to take on that destiny, if you're willing to put the time and the effort into reaching that better life, reaching that better position in life, and being the best version of who you are. So we are on a galactic mission at the moment. This is going to create a big split. As I've mentioned before, that we are well past the decision moment. This is taking those decisions and pushing us into this new space, into the destiny that we have chosen. So now we are in the major split of those who are moving forward and those who are moving backwards. So this is a big moment as our higher understanding and our conscious awareness come together with the Sun-Jupiter conjunction in this space of creating your hopes and dreams, leading us to this higher space. Remember that traditionally Capricorn rules the 10th house of career, of status, of reputation, of where we are headed in life, our goals, our achievements. And the 11th house, which is ruled by Aquarius, supports this 10th house energy of Capricorn, where that 11th house is your hopes and dreams. It is everything that falls off of that career, off of that status that you hold, off of what you reach for in life. And so all of this Capricorn energy trying to take you to a higher space in life. And remember that Jupiter in Capricorn is a fallen position. It's a very weakened position. And so it is a big test of your faith as we're going through this intensity, through these challenges, through hardships. It is testing you to see if you have the faith, if you have the trust to believe in this path that you are moving into. So this is all about you believing in yourself as this Sun-Jupiter comes together in Capricorn in this huge stellium that we're having going on in Capricorn. And tomorrow we're going to see Mercury enter Capricorn as well, joining this huge stellium that we're seeing build up. Of course, the moon's going to start to leave and move into Aquarius. But at the moment, we do have the moon still in Capricorn, still dealing with this energy. And of course, we have so many weakened energies. We have the sun, which is in detriment here in Capricorn. We have the moon, which is also in detriment, does not like being here in Capricorn either. So the sun doesn't like Capricorn, the moon doesn't like Capricorn, Jupiter doesn't like Capricorn. The only planets that we have going on that feel comfortable here are Saturn, Pluto, which are coming into a major conjunction on January 12th. So this is super intense as we're having to go through these more challenging times of dealing with these harder aspects of life that we don't want to deal with in Capricorn, more serious, more dealing with reality. So big moment. And we are going to see on the 30th that Mercury makes a conjunction with Uranus. It makes a trine with Uranus. So this is big. So we've seen all these planets making aspects over to Uranus. Now Mercury is going to come into the picture. And this Mercury in Capricorn is a different type of energy, as Mercury is our way of communicating and our way of processing information. But it's going to be through Capricorn now, where it's going to be more structured. It's going to be more strategic and planned in the way of reaching goals and accomplishments in our life. And so this is a big transit if you are dealing with business, as Capricorn is related directly to business and career, as Mercury is trying to articulate and be detailed and practical about its approach in this Capricorn energy of trying to reach a goal, trying to reach an accomplishment, trying to step into a certain position in life. So this is a very structured, very concrete time. We've been talking about this all year, but this energy is super serious, super intense as we're moving into the new year. So we have left behind a lot of this Sagittarius energy that was hopeful, optimistic, had high hopes, high beliefs. Now we're getting more serious, more practical, more realistic about our approach. And this will take us into 2020, which will be a number 22 year, master number 22, which is going to be the master builder number of what is the destiny, what is the home, what is the connection, your surroundings, your soul family, what's it all going to look like? And it's all going to be about what you are building, what you're putting into it. So it's a big building year, a lot of work, a lot of time, a lot of effort is going to have to go into your next year. And as I said before, as we're coming into this nodal shift, there is something big about how the North Node is going to enter Gemini in the spring of 2020. And anytime you put an energy in Gemini, it splits it, right? With Gemini, we're dealing with duality. So we are going to see a major split as our point of destiny shifts into Gemini. So this is going to be big as Gemini is related to information, facts, data, very logical. It's going to give us information that maybe we did not see before. It's going to give us the facts, the truth, the logic. And Sagittarius on the South Node is going to be breaking down our belief systems. It's going to break down our higher understandings by giving us that information, those facts, that data that shows us the stories that we tell ourselves are not necessarily true. And so this is going to wake up a lot of people with this North Node in Gemini. And of course, the North Node is exalted in Gemini. The North Node is at its most powerful position in Gemini, as Gemini is about curiosity, it's about learning, it's about stepping into something new in your life. And the North Node, of course, is our point of destiny, about stepping into a new experience, learning something new, leaving behind the old. As the South Node is these karmic patterns and lessons that we are moving away from, moving towards this North Node, this point of destiny, very, very powerful in Gemini, as it's going to help us learn, it's going to help us gather information moving into this next year. So a lot of major shifts coming up. We have some major eclipse. Of course, we're going to see our personal planets go retrograde. So we're going to have a Mars retrograde in Aries, its home sign. So as we go through the Mars retrograde, a lot of this more challenging energy of teaching us to be patient, of teaching us to take our time, as this Mars in retrograde is going to stop and put blocks on a lot of the things that we're trying to push and move forward. As Mars is the passion, the drive, the excitement, the enthusiasm. But with this Mars retrograde, especially in its home sign of Aries, this is a block of trying to push things into motion, trying to push things forward. It is going to take a lot of patience moving through this Mars retrograde coming up. Of course, we're also going to see a Venus retrograde right on top of the North Node in Gemini. So this Venus retrograde in Gemini is going to be questioning our values, our worth, our relationships, everything that we are connected to in our lives. As Gemini is the questioner, trying to seek out information and knowledge to find the answers. And it's going to be right on top of our North Node, our point of destiny. So definitely we're moving into a space where relationships are going to change majorly. The way that we define relationships is changing, and we've seen that a lot throughout this year as we are moving into this Gemini point of destiny. We're in a Cancer point of destiny where it's all about connection and unity and what we can actually connect to on an deep emotional connection. We're looking for something that is emotionally fulfilling, something that is nurturing to our soul. And so relationships shifting, and of course Gemini is the sign that does deal with this twin flame energy. So we are shifting into a lot of more soul-connected relationships as we are moving forward. Major shifts, of course, Venus in Aquarius at the moment is also dealing with this shift in relationships. Uranus retrograde in Taurus as well, shifting our perspectives, shifting the way it looks. Uranus being our collective consciousness of the way that we are seeing things in Taurus, as Taurus does deal with money, it does with relationships, with food, security, all of these physical needs Taurus deals with. And there is something big about Uranus being retrograde in Taurus that is changing our perception as Uranus is about individuality, it is about uniqueness, unconventionality, is moving into this new space, elevating us higher, trying to elevate us all on a collective level. So shifting in our way of relationships big time as we're moving into this new space that is creating a huge split in the collective. We're going to see people who see the truth, the facts, the data through this North Node Gemini and are going to accept it and move forward on their journey. We're going to see people who aren't going to accept it and move backwards. That's this Gemini duality that's going to split the collective. So let's see what we get for today. So, as we were just talking about this Gemini energy, we have the Three of Pentacles come up in reverse. And so, do you have that curiosity to learn something new? Are you open to something new coming into your space, new information, new data, new facts, learning and experiencing something new here, as this Three of Pentacles is very scholarly of what things in your life are you willing to learn to help guide you and navigate you through this. So looking at this need to be more open to accepting more wisdom, more knowledge, more information to come in. A lot of us don't know what's going on as we have shifted through this eclipse. The solar eclipse very much a very weird time of not really understanding, things not really going as planned, sort of in this weird space where the solar eclipse can be very draining, it can be very taxing, as it's a time of this radical shift, this radical movement. On a collective level, it's shifting all of us into this new paradigm. So it can be very exhausting, it can be very confusing, and a lot of us in this space of needing more information, needing more data, and this is where connecting to spirit and listening to your guides to navigate you through this. Remember that Mars is in Scorpio at the moment, where Mars is at home in Scorpio. So Mars being the planet of war, this passion, this drive, this enthusiasm to go, to take action, is back in Scorpio, where we have this internal knowing. We have this instinct. We know on a deep internal level where we are headed and where we need to go. And so this is where trusting in your intuition comes in big, being open to the information that is coming to you. And it is your time with the Queen of Wands here, of stepping into your true power, into your true worth. There's something about the Queen of Wands where, do you notice the Queen is always sitting there in her power, in her dignity, in her true worth, without worrying, without feeling a doubt in her mind, because she knows that she has the protection. We always see the shield in front of her. We always see the cat on the other side, right? And there's something about this cat that is protection, that you notice that it's a black cat. And there's something about black that is protection, that is spirit watching over and protecting over us. And this cat energy of actually guarding and protecting, watching over. And so there's something here where the Queen knows that she is being protected, she is being watched over. And so she is perfectly comfortable staying in her power and her dignity, not really worried about anything happening that goes against her, because she is in the rhythm of the universe. She is in her intuition. She knows. So this is a time of elevating yourself. This is a time of stepping into your true power. This is a time of doing what you truly love, what truly brings you joy and happiness, and moving out of these old cycles, these old patterns, these old places in your life that no longer serve you. Of course, we've been talking about this all year with this South Node in Capricorn, North Node in Cancer story of breaking down old structures, old positions in your life that you have been tied to, connected to. Remember that Capricorn is the devil card in tarot. And there's something about that devil card where, what are you willing to commit to? What are you willing to tie yourself down to? And so this is a moment of tying yourself down to a better life that is in the flow and rhythm of who you truly are, and not tying yourself down to something that is less, something that is of the past, of the old patterns and cycles that you've already been through. So that is your daily Tarotscope for December 26, 2019. Thanks so much for watching. If you enjoyed this, don't forget to leave a like. If you're new to this channel, you've never watched this before, of course, my name is Daquan Jones, psychic and astrologer. Welcome to the channel. Feel free to hit the subscribe button as well as the notification bell so that you don't miss out on any new content. And I will see you all in the next video.